fearing for their future.
You better start packing now.
Our DC Bureau is live on how Trump's new appointed cabinets will strengthen mass deportation plans. Property troubles.
Multi-million-dollar cash.
The very business that is attracting illegal harvesting. Caplin News is live. And the holiday season is here.
To extension of what used to be here is still very nice.
For the return of Winter Wonderland. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Friday, November 15th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A change in policy is on deck when it comes to immigration. President Trump won't be alone when he returns to the White House. He's made some high-profile assignments these past few days.
Yes, and DC Bureau reporter Grecia Pacheco is live in Washington this morning with more on the concerns surrounding immigration.
Good morning, that's right. Stephen Miller is the new White House Deputy of Chief, and Tom Homan will serve as the new border czar. Both are familiar faces that have worked with Trump under his first term. Here's what their policies will look like. Immigration was among the top 5 issues that concern voters during this election cycle. Miller and Homan's career align closely with Trump's vision for immigration, including mass deportations. Miller was a senior advisor during Trump's first term and has been a key figure in developing Trump's policies. Miller advocated for family separation in migrant detention facilities and a travel ban targeting people from majority Muslim countries. Trump is expected to implement Miller's strict enforcement policy, saying that the administration will deport more than 1 million undocumented immigrants per year, and told Fox News that he will start as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Tom Homan, the new border czar and former acting director of the Immigration and Custom Enforcement Agency during the first Trump administration, will be a major player in Trump's border policy. During a CBS 60 Minutes interview, Homan was asked if there is a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families.
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
President-elect Trump congratulated Homan, saying that there is nobody better at policing and controlling our borders.
To the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law, you better start packing now. Lee Gallern is Deputy Director of the American Civil Liberties Union and part of the Immigrants' Rights Project. He said that he's very concerned about this type of rhetoric.
I'm worried about how they're going to go about it, whether they're going to try and use the military, which is flatly illegal in our view, and who's going to be caught up.
Vice President-elect J.D. Vance has called illegal aliens even those people in programs already approved under both parties, including temporary protected status and humanitarian parole. In September, he said, "We will stop all migrants' flight and all illegal entries, terminate the Kamala phone app for smuggling illegals, suspend refugee resettlements, and return Kamala's illegal migrants to their home countries." Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Grecia Pacheco.
A crop right here in Florida is making big bucks as a dietary supplement, but it's also leading to illegal harvesting.
And Caplin News reporter Julian Lascano is live in North Miami this morning with newly released body cam video. Julian.
Thank you, guys. And business is booming in West Martin County, where landowners can cash in on the salt palmetto berries growing in their properties. However, illegal harvestation continues to threaten the sanctity of the business and the security of the property. Growing in clusters of long stalks, a great number of people are willing and ready to take on the Florida heat to harvest this crop for a profit.
Multi-million-dollar cash business.
There are plenty of people to harvest these plants legally with state permits like this and consent by the landowners to back them. However, Martin County's ranch and growth deputies are on the watch for people sneaking into these properties to try to illegally harvest these crops for a profit.
They'll try to blend in with the people that are there harvesting legally. They'll tell on them. They'll report them, get them out of there. Because they're taking money from them that they're getting legally.
Deputy Jason Slay is one of these authorities looking for these larger organized criminal groups that are mostly made up of illegal immigrants.
A lot of these illegal crews, they'll set up camps and be there all night long. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, cash money.
Martin County has since made 30 arrests since July when harvesting without a permit officially became a third-degree felony, confiscating more than 17,000 pounds of illegally harvested berries worth more than 20 grand.
They will leave trash everywhere. They do not pick up what they brought in with them, and they'll do that so that, flying over top, the helicopter might not see it.
As you can see, many of these deputies are preventing overharvestation of these forests, preventing the overharvestation of these food supplies for the animals, and preventing the destruction of these lands. My name is Julian Toscano reporting for Caplin News.
This morning, Tropical Depression 19 is now Tropical Storm Sarah. Sarah becomes the 18th named storm of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center expects Honduras to receive life-threatening flash floods and mudslides this weekend. Sarah's forecast move through the Yucatan Peninsula early next week, which may weaken its strength before going into the Gulf of Mexico.
While the rest of us were cooking up food on Veterans Day weekend, powerboats cooked up a storm. Here's Caplin News reporter Dylan Pazet with more on the thunder in Key West.
Most people come to Key West for the water or the atmosphere, but this weekend, everyone is coming to Key West for the 43rd annual Race World Offshore Powerboat World Championships. For decades, powerboat races have been coming to the trickiest and most difficult course there is for a week of high-flying racing action. I spoke with Sean Connor, driver of the Allied Superstock team, to find out what makes Key West so unique.
On the straightaway out to turn one, you've got light sea state as you're going out. You hit turn one, you turn right into a big swell, big water, rough water, and then when you come back on the third straight, you're in a following sea. So you've got a combination of calm water, head seas, and following seas. So every part of the course is different, and you got to pick a setup that works okay for each and then survive.
While most classes consist of catamaran holes for added stability, the Mod V class is made up of V-bottom holes, which leads to a much rougher ride. I was able to talk to the crew of the El Bandito after their win in the Mod V Friday race.
This was very rough. So we actually used the setup today we won here with in 2015. We went back in the archives and dug something up for this really extreme weather, and it worked out.
When it's rough like this, you got to get the boat balanced, because any dragging of the trim tabs, you're slowing the boat down, so you want the boat to fly flat naturally.
Finally, I was able to speak to Billy Moore, throttleman of the new Pro Class 1 World Champion boat DeFalco, but aside from Pro Class 1 racing, he also throttles a Super Cat.
Relatively, they're 12 to 15 mile an hour different. Class 1 boat's a little bit faster, a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. Super Cat's a little more nimble, so to speak. The Class 1 boat can be nimble, but at the same time, since it is a few thousand pounds heavier and bigger, it's only going to be so nimble.
That's all the time we have here for the 43rd Annual Offshore World Championships. The season will begin anew next year in Marathon. For Caplin News, I am Dylan Pazet.
The Latin Grammys take over South Florida.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
I love Christmas. It's just wonderful and bright with all the nice setup and lights and the photos and the music. Christmas is a wonderful time.
Wonderland begins its new season. Stick around, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panther in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
opening night for a holiday attraction here in South Florida. With the recent cancellation of Santa's Enchanted Forest, it's the only game in town when it comes to holiday-themed attractions.
Yes, and even though Thanksgiving is just 2 weeks away, it's never too early to celebrate Christmas. Yes. Caplin News reporter Dawn Booth was there for the first night.
I'm here with the Christmas Wonderland in South Florida, where it is attracting families and friends. So let's take a look at what makes it so special with all the sparkling lights. At Tropical Park, Christmas comes alive in the most magical way, where family and friends gather to experience the joy of the season. From the sparkling of twinkling lights to the sound of laughter, every corner is filled with wonder.
We love Christmas. It's just wonderful and bright with all the nice setup and lights and the photos and the music. Christmas is a wonderful time, and having this here, at least to an extension of what used to be here, is still very nice.
Whether it's a ride on the carousel or a stroll through the festive display, the joy of the season is here, bringing us closer together.
Everybody together, super happy, and I love that, and Christmas is that.
Bringing us closer together, Christmas Wonderland at Tropical Park remind us of a simple pleasure, good company, shared moments, and the magic that fills the air.
The rides.
From sparkling lights to heartwarming moments, Christmas Wonderland and Tropical Park truly captures the magic of the season. Bring your friends and your family to create moments that will last a lifetime. I'm Dawn Booth for Caplin News.
A milestone anniversary at the Casella Center last night for the 25th celebration of the Latin Grammys. Colombian singer Carlos Vives kicked off the awards honoring his 30th year career with musical hits as Person of the Year. Karol G won Best Urban Album for Mañana Será Bonito, Bichota Season. Even rock icon Jon Bon Jovi made an appearance performing a remix of It's My Life with 305 superstar Pitbull. But merengue and bachata artist Juan Luis Guerra was the star of the night, winning Album of the Year, Tropical Song of the Year, and Record of the Year. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak today. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Julian Davis. It's Field Trip Friday here at Caplin News. Today's live studio audience is from Pinecrest Preparatory Middle and High School. Thank you all for joining us today. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.